Hey guys, welcome back to Hayes Tech. Today we're going to be building this desk you see behind me. I built this desk a couple of years ago before I moved into this apartment, and I've been using it ever since. I absolutely love it. And really, truth be told, it didn't take too much time. Now, we did run into some issues, especially because we were rushing the project for when I moved in, but I think it came out really nice. Our first step in this build was to build a cut list, which is basically just a drawing representation of what cuts we need to make for all the different parts that we're building. That includes the cabinets, the drawers, the tabletop, the shelf on top, everything. This helped us stay organized, make sure we weren't going over budget, as well as make sure that we weren't wasting anything. We decided to tackle the cabinets for the drawers first because that was the most intuitive thing. It was what we knew the best. Everything else would be a little bit more experimental in this process, things that my dad hadn't really had experience with, and I haven't either because I haven't done this type of thing at all, really. So this was very new to me. I'm hoping to do some more stuff like it. But we started with the familiar stuff, and then we got to experiment and have a little bit more fun. Once we had the cabinets done, or at least most of the way done, we started on painting because we knew that this would be probably the longest single process of the build. So we put on a coat of primer, and then we put on my chosen shade of black. We then moved on to a little bit more of an experimental part where we were putting a laminate surface onto just a standard door that we got from Home Depot. This made the door more rigid while still keeping the tabletop relatively light so that we could transport it around, which was kind of an important part to us. So we just picked up a standard 80-inch by 30-inch door from Home Depot that didn't have a hole pre-cut for the doorknob, and we just covered the thing in rubber cement. So we put rubber cement on the door and on the laminate countertop, and then we let those dry. And then once they were dry, we were able to stick them down, and we went very carefully and very slowly with this, had to apply a lot of pressure. It was a whole learning experience, something I and my dad had never had any experience with, so we learned a lot, and I think the surface came out really good, and it really strengthened up the door, so now I'm not worried about it falling apart on me, because it was a relatively flimsy door when we purchased it, but now this thing is as solid as if it was a solid piece of wood. So I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. After we put down the laminate countertop, we had to route off a lot of the excess stuff, and you can see here we're going over all the edges with a knife and some solvents to get rid of any squeeze out rubber cement. The desk at this point is already starting to take shape, so with that we move our attention over to building the drawers, which went really easily as you might expect. They were very simple. From there we built the shelf that goes above, that's for putting little things on. You can see my girlfriend here helping me put the edge banding on, which was another thing that I had to experiment with. I'd never tried anything like this. You actually apply it with a iron, just like what you would iron a shirt with, which I found really fascinating. So definitely learned a thing or two about that, and it wasn't perfect, but I am pretty happy with the result. I think that the unique shape of it really added a lot of character to the desk. Here you can see we're doing a sort of final assembly, and to be honest, I think the final result looks great, but I have to say it looks even better once we finally got it into the apartment. Now enjoy this quick little montage of the final product. absolutely loved this build. It was a lot of fun. I've got a lot of use out of this desk, but we did have a few issues, and the next time that I build a desk, I'm hoping to take a little bit more time to really get things exactly how I like. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.